The root chakra, the Muladhara chakra. Today we begin our series on the chakra system and explore the psychology behind Kundalini yoga. So, to begin, let's look at the root chakra. This structure is connected to our ego consciousness. It is the way that we perceive ourselves and the world at large. So, when we look at the psychological stages of this chakra, we're looking at utero in the first and second year of life because this is when we are programmed by our mother and by the outside world as to who we are, if we are wanted, if we are seen, if we are nurtured in the right way in the womb, if we are, given the proper support with survival, food, water, shelter. And when the child is or is not given this, they are in this time building their psychological structure based off of this survival instinct. So we're really working with the animality of us, and we're working with feeding ourselves the things that make us feel, you know, really supported and grounded here on earth to be an active participant. So, a person who has an imbalanced root chakra, you may not be taking care of your personal hygiene. You may not be going to the gym, paying bills on time, showing up at work. It is the necessities of life that you are not giving to yourself in such a way that would make you prosper. Now, a person with a balanced root chakra is likely doing all of these things that they're supposed to be doing, meeting all of their needs. However, it is all somewhat of an unconscious act to just show up and do things. So, even more so, do we dive a little deeper into the animality of us and our instincts and really understanding why we do the things that we do? Because in this way of just trying to be the active participant that's interwoven in our day to day experience, we lose sight of the animal nature of us trying to be the modern man. So, again, we're diving a little deeper into the animalistic realm where we should start to begin to question why we do the things that we do. What are the emotions that we feel throughout our day to day? Because that's actually going to initiate us into that second chakra. However, we have to kind of have this drive or this impulse that gets us there. And it's only when we begin to question our day to day life and we get attuned to reality, to what is actually happening. To where we can be honest about our experience, to be honest about not being happy in the relationship, to, lose our job and feel a sense of sorrow and allowing that to kind of be the currents which move us in to the second chakra. But even more so, this moving into the second chakra, we're really looking at awakening this Shakti energy, which is the Kundalini energy that we're working on through the whole chakra system. So, awakening her is awakening the unconscious and the path to the unconscious. It's awakening a new personality, and it's working with the animal shadow like aspects of us, because that is what makes us whole. That is the darker, heavier work that we have to do in order to kind of self actualize, you could say. So, I found it really interesting reading on the Hindu scriptures for the chakra system that the root chakra is reality. To be in your root chakra is to be in accordance with reality. And, we can look at the psychological developments of children who didn't have their needs met to such a degree that they didn't develop a sense of self, because it happens in utero, it happens in the first and second year of life, of simply not having the child's body, their physicality nourished so that they know that they are a human that can be here on earth. And in this way, the child that feels as though they're not wanted, they don't develop a proper grounding to earth. So they have a deeper connection to the imaginal realm or a fantasy land. And they're always living in daydream. And this poor, human develops with that as their foundation. So they're kind of always feeling as though they're not a part of this world, as though they have no significance in this world. Why should I be doing these things if I'm not an important person? So again, we're looking at the way that we root ourselves here, but also these instincts and impulses that are behind the scenes. So there's kind of different layers to this aspect of the root chakra. Now, what I want to emphasize is that the root chakra is primarily our ego consciousness, which is just driven by a will to do and to live. And it's not so much associated to self energy, which is connected to the gods. It's connected to a higher calling and to awaken this energy to be with the energies of kind of the unconscious and the higher levels of consciousness. We really have to see and let this be an internal experience of knowing that there is more than what is on this material plane. It's feeling and attuning to the subtleties of life and letting that be the magic that sparks us, even if it's an emotion that feels heavy, letting that density be something that sparks us into in a different stage of psychology, because you see this so often right now. There are many people who are living in their day to day, but they're asleep. They aren't conscious. They aren't really, I don't want to say awakened, because the new age, the new age belittles humans. And I don't want to do that. But there does have to be a certain psychological switch to move up the chakra system. And it's only when we can dive a little deeper into our ego construct and why we have to have everything the way that it is that we can really see, beyond our surface level material plane. So, again, the root chakra is something that is very necessary. We have to be active participants on Earth, and we have to remember that we are of Earth, we are a part of Earth. Like, this is our home base. So, when we do this deeper internal work, we have a grounding, we have a foundation that we always come back to. So, as we are working with the Kundalini energy and we're slowly awakening different chakras, we're moving up the spine and then we're coming down the front and all the way down and in, and we're locking the energy back in the belly button, and we're really locking all the energy within. So we aren't going outside of ourselves so much. We're doing all this work internally. And this is slowly crafting our personality and our character. There's a lot of shadow work that goes into this. It's not easy. Um, it's really not easy. And, it is unfortunate that it's been so glamorized. This energy work, it's really heavy, actually. So, our root system plays an important role in keeping us grounded while we go through the experience and allow the evolutionary stream to take us wherever it is that we need to go so we can release more of the density, but also so that we can be active participants here on Earth and continue to slowly change the energies and the pace of what is happening in this now time. So, to wrap this video up, we have the root chakra. Its association is the color red. Its element is earth, and it's located in the perineum. When you do this work, you're working on the ego conscious level and you're identifying how you do the things you do, why you do them, what is the emotion in the background that's pushing you into this realm. Are you secure in where you are? And if you are not, what do you need to feel the sense of vitality and of being seen? Because that's going to ground you into that root chakra so that you can further your ascent up the chakra stream. I hope this video has supported you, and I will see you in the next video where we get into the second chakra.